I chose to be a teacher because I needed something that gives me immediate feedback. I need something that involves my passion, and teaching is that. Seeing the students achieve is the most rewarding thing in the world.
I come from a family of teachers, so I would say that it's in my blood. I was always teaching my friends, reading with them and working with them. I always wanted to impart any knowledge I could, and I thought if I could be a teacher and that would be my job, it wouldn't feel like a job at all.
As a child, I loved learning, but I felt like my teachers could do a much better job, and that inspired me to become a teacher myself. Now I try my best to teach my students, educate them, but make them feel happy at the same time.
I didn't want to grow up. I wanted to play with kids all day, and I didn't want to have to deal with adults, and I want to have fun, and I want to dance around, and I want to have a great time with kids. You can't do that with adults.
I was inspired to become a teacher by my childhood teacher, who was just the most phenomenal teacher I've ever had.
My inspiration to become a teacher was a woman named Anne Sullivan, who taught a young deaf and blind girl how to communicate with the outside world. She signed into her hand the sign for water. It didn't mean anything to her. And then she splashed water into her hand, and she made the connection between what she knew in her head and what was happening outside of her. And that is my goal as a teacher. I want to help young children to make the connection between what's happening in here and how all that works with the outside world. It's my pleasure and privilege to see when they make that connection. It's everything.
I chose teaching because when I was young, I was a Moroccan tennis champion, and I learned so many things, so many resources that I want to transmit to kids now. I want to transmit them enthusiasm, vitality, and discipline.
When I was little, I used to love to line up my stuffed animals in my room, and I would teach them the ABCs on my chalkboard. So I've always had a huge passion to share knowledge and to impart information onto others.